Okay, so now that I have got MS Live going on, welcome to MS Live. I'm your host, Dulci Hill, and today we're doing the open mic. So come in and share what you're dealing with, and talk about the fall weather and about I somebody shoot me a thumbs up and I love you for it. Thank you. All right, so I have been swimming every day and my shoulder hurts, but I'll let you know I'm a good girl. What happened? I scheduled my MRI. I went for my CD. Hi, Daniel. I went for my CD 19 and 20 test, blood work. So, which is a monthly thing. Hi, Susan. Good morning. I smoke and mirrors. Hi, Paul. Again, it's all smoke and mirrors. It just, you know, yeah. In fact, what's fantastic is that I cannot see myself on YouTube, so I can only see what you're typing, and I can see. Hi, Chris. I can see on Facebook. Good morning, my sweet girl. Um, just excited to be here. Okay, so I did such a good thing. You know how we sit there and we think, I don't feel like making an appointment for physical therapy. I don't feel like taking the walker. I'd rather take the scooter. I want an easy day. I want an easy day. And then you think, you know, John Boyd was at the end of his rope, and I'm going to say this as an antidote. He was sitting there uh, in his bedroom, and he was like, God, and he's praying, and he says, God, why does it have to be this hard? And the Holy Spirit, the little voice in his ear, said, "It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be this hard. Supposed to be." So I'm thinking, why does it have to be this? I've got MS. A lot of you have MS. So why does it have to be this hard? Uh, you know, can we make it easier on ourselves? Or do we sit there and make a list of the things I had to do? You have to do get the blood work, get the MRI scheduled, uh, uh, get physical therapy scheduled so I can use my legs and I don't know. So I'm going tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Hi there, Jennifer. Jennifer, and Jennifer, you're from Tennessee. Jennifer, you haven't been around in a while, but you know what? You've been here for over a year, right? Over a year. You've been with us for over a year. So I'm finally that the list that I sent out to each of you with everybody who participates. Hi, John. John. John's in Texas. I've enjoyed your Facebook page, John. So it's good that you guys are here. So, all right, it's tough. Life is tough. Life is tough. Why is it so hard? John Boyd said that he was healthy, able bodied. One day, one day, uh, uh, just one day. I think if I can have one day a week where it's easy, but guess what? It's not easy. It's never easy. But you know what is easy? when you make all the appointments, when you do what you're supposed to do, on Saturday, I worked on painting the window, the bow window, and all the floorboards in the living room. And let's see, so I just have two small encasement windows to do in the ceiling. I go, all right, how many? But I'll tell you what, I'm going to do the ceiling. I'm going to do the ceiling. So it's, if we look at everything we have to do, if we look at life, right, like a camel, like it's a camel, we put all the straws on that camel's back. We That camel's back's gonna break. It's gonna break. So, you know, and I will say, I have shoulders severe. I swim all the time, and I've got severe shoulder pain, severe. You know, and you know what? My fault. My fault because I don't warm up the shoulder. You're supposed to do arm exercises, get that shoulder, uh, warm it up. All right. Football players do. Tom Brady does. So, yeah, so it's the word discipline. I need to make a separate list, Jennifer. You got to update your list often. A separate list. If so, for me, if I'm gonna swim, that means I have to warm up first. Yeah, because I get to the pool and I'm in such a hurry to get in and do my laps, swim a half a mile. I don't care about my shoulder because it doesn't hurt while I'm doing it. It hurts only afterwards. So it's the discipline of prepping, of doing everything. It's like, remember, I said make a list, and this is for everybody, make a list of what you have to do and the amount of energy it'll take. I was sitting there uh, on the couch, and remember, hi, John, you jumped, you made the jump, John, jump from Facebook over to YouTube, and I like it. I like it. I like it, Chuck. But anyway, you have to, when I'm sitting there on the couch and I have a level 3 energy, I am exhausted. I'm exhausted. I can swim if I get there with a level 3 energy. And level 3 energy. Level 3 energy when you have MS is when watching TV is too much work. You just sit there and you stare at the wall. You don't have enough energy with you don't have enough energy to make a list, to think, to concentrate. You just sit there. Well, my husband walks in, he looks at me and he says, "Why don't you take your trike with the motor and ride down to the club and go swimming. The club's 2 miles away." Click it. All right, you gotta have energy. All right, Susan. All right, Susan has difficulties making lists and sticking to it. Um, all it requires is a small notebook, a small notepad by your couch where you sit in the evening, where you perch, right? And put down what everything you want to get done and the amount of energy it takes. One being you have a lot of energy, and three being you don't have any energy, right? So if you do that, then you can sit down in the morning and realize while you're drinking your cup of coffee, how much energy do I have? Do I have energy to read the paper, or do I have energy to go for a walk or do physical therapy or lift weight, what what number am I at? Let me look at the list because you will have time to relax and do a Bible study when you're at a level two. You will have time to make dinner in a crock pot or something when you level two activities you do when you have level two energy. If you have level one energy and you're sitting down on social media, uh, you're wasting that energy. So we have to, yeah, and we have to be disciplined. The word is discipline. And Susan, um, I'm like a squirrel as well. Squirrel is like, or a chicken. I like to call myself a chicken. Anything that gets in my mind, I I have. Hi, Jen. I see you. Uh, but everything that gets in my mind can distract me. So what do you do? Carry around a basket. I've got lots of little baskets, right? And so I will fill up the basket in the living room with things that have to go in the back of the house or in the office. And I've got one basket in the office of things that have to go out front for swimming, which I'm going to do today. Um, today's trivia night. I just so there is another. All right, I'm going to do. All right, John's sharing with us that he's going to swimming. All right, Chung, that is awesome. You know what? How? Please let me know how you do. So you're swimming. Chung has got advanced MS. He's disabled. Hi, Susan. Or Sarah. The other Sarah's here. Excuse me. Um, So anyway, Chung is now swimming. So are you? What kind of swimming are you doing? What kind of? Because the pool is good for physical therapy, keeps us cool, but it's also good for There's two things. There's two things you can do in the swimming pool. The fun things, right? Because I can't walk very well, but I can swim. In fact, if I had to swim, if I had to walk 3 miles, I'd be better off swimming 3 miles because I can swim easier. So I love it. It just swim. But you can also, and the neurologist said, okay, as awesome as it is that you're swimming a half mile every day, I would rather you get into the swimming pool and work on your legs. Do squats, you know, raindrops make oceans. Uh, there is a waistband you can use that it allows you to float. So it's a deep water running thing. So if you do that and then the weights, right? Instead of using the dumbbell, if you use the barbell, the one arm at a time and push it below the water. But then again, it's arm strength, arm strength. Uh, that is, but it's also good to be in the shallower water and practice walking. Practice walking without being dizzy. I don't know. Yeah, it's discipline. It's what you should do. So I've got to incorporate instead of doing what I should be doing, or doing instead of doing what I enjoy doing, right? Swim because I'm telling you, I swim and I've been coached to swim and make the most of my swim. So I cut and and I'm telling you, I can't help it. I my legs are together. I've got the floating thing, and I have my goggles, and I can see people on the other. Hi there. I'll tell you, I see people in the other lanes, and I'm doing the left, and I'm telling you what, I'm faster than the ones that use their legs. You know, you reach, dive in, and then you pull, and then you go by your body. Oh no, I enjoy it. Diana says that she swims and she does laps, but she also does deep water running. Diana, that is great. And you do the water walk. Could you do me a favor and send your list of put that down. What do you do at the pool? Because you know what, there is no original idea, and you're watching this, and I'm holding this because we need to help each other. We need to help each other be disciplined and make these things happen. So, Diana, you're the other big time swimmer, big time swimmer. A pool person. So is there a way that you can, uh, thank you, thank you, Diana, thank you, discipline, because I was talking about swimming and I was talking about how when I get to the pool, I'm in such a hurry to get in the pool, and the pool was in the 70s. Yes, it was cold. It was cold, so I wore tons of neoprene, and I was comfortable, even though everybody's like, "Oh, it's cold, it's cold." You know, the pool was so cold that when I put my left foot, which is numb, and normally you feel it always feels warmer. It it felt cold. That's impossible on my left foot. My left foot is always feeling cold. So so anyway, I would love that. I would love that. So the problem is that I get in, I swim, and I don't warm up my shoulder. So I've got a shoulder problem, right? Uh, uh, but you know what, Chung, type down right there what you do when you go in the pool. Let's share what we do. Diana she does laps. Do you do freestyle? Do you do freestyle? What swim stroke do you use? I've discovered since I can't kick my legs that I can't do the breaststroke. I can't do that. Even the side stroke, I can't do any of that. I can't do it. Can't do it because, in fact, my I bind my legs together because my hip flexors are on the side are so strong. My legs will pull out. Will pull out. So I used rubber bands, and there's swimming rubber bands to get my ankles and my knees and my thighs together. Then I have a floaty thing that I get on my between my legs, so it gets my butt up. And then I have a snorkel. It could be dangerous, right? Because if your snorkel fills up with water, now you can't panic. You cannot panic, right? You have to roll on your back to clear your snorkel, or and you have to figure out how to get the floaty out so you can get your legs on the bottom. I don't know. I'll scare the heck out of you if I keep that up. But anyway, definitely, definitely. You know what? And there is an easier way to do it. If you do a single band around your knees, right? A single band, it that's good enough. All right. So Diane says she does freestyle and four lengths backstroke to unwind my arm. All right. You know what? Maybe that's what I need to do because I like to finish with a backstroke, with one backstroke. You know, it's hard. It's hard to stay in between the line. But you know what, Susan is saying that swimming is not for her, would not be for her. And people say I'm a beast in the water. I got to tell you something. It was 15 years ago, maybe it's only been 10 years that I was trained to swim. And I got to tell you something. I I used to say the same thing. I would get in the pool and jump around, but I'm not going to do laps. I'm too hyper to do laps. But guess what? When I used to do the elliptical trainer for an hour, I love that. When my legs stopped happening or showing up to do that elliptical trainer, to do the treadmill, to do the side elliptical trainer. Uh, I discovered that swimming was was like going for a walk for most people. They can easily go for a walk. Going for a swim is like flying. It's so easy. And when you get so good at swimming or relaxed, right? You can actually close your eyes and almost fall asleep. Almost. Uh, and Sarah, it does the backstroke, or I'm sorry, the breaststroke. You know what? But there's a chlorine shampoo that you can get from Walmart. And what I do is that I put it in my hair and I put it on top of my head, and then I have it's a nylon swim cap, and then I put the silicone swim cap over that, so it never gets chlorine. And then when I'm done, I use the chlorine shampoo, and I just continue to, that was yesterday. I'm still not fixing it, my hair. But you know what? And the problem with doing the breaststroke for me is that without using your legs, you can't do the whip kick. So when I drag my legs, they pull me down. If I use a floaty thing and my legs go up, right, my head, coming up is hard, and it's just it's hard. It's hard to and it'll cause my lower back to hurt. You know what? And Diana, you're talking about pool aerobics class. I think it's wonderful for those who can do. What about those of us who have spasticity so bad that the knee doesn't bend? Need legs. That's true. You got to bend your leg. You don't need your legs to do the crawl or freestyle. Let me get some water. Chris on Chris on Facebook. Do you swim? Do you swim? Um, that's true. You need long. And you know what, Diane? Diane, you're talking about deep water with the belt, the deep water running. Uh, why not? Why? Yeah, you want first of all you need a public pool. It's not a public pool. I belong to an athletic club that has a pool, and it's coldest right now this time of year and in the spring. This time of year because it gets so cold at night, and if it rains, the water is cold, so they don't put the heater on. And but I'll tell you the best time they won't put a dome in Maryland over the pool until November or maybe even December. And that's okay with me because when they don't, they heat the pool up to like 88 degrees. So outside it'll be 50 degrees. The pool's 88. I'm telling you, you will get in that swimming pool. It's sexy. It's just sexy. Uh, all right. So and then water walk is fantastic. What do you do? So she water walked. Diane's saying that the deep water um, the deep water belts, you can put on the belt and walk around and work on balance and work on. Diana says that she walks forward, backwards, and sideways, which is outstanding. Now, my question is, what do you do if you have severe spasticity? All right, what do you do when you have severe spasticity? Um, yeah, it just, but you know what? It is like today it's supposed to be 80 degrees today. All right, I'll go to the pool. I'll have my neoprene swim jackets. Yeah, God, a vest. I've got it all. I've got it all. So I go down there, swim. There's an outside shower, so you get with hot water. So then you rinse out all of the chlorine out of all of your swim equipment. Your I call them my toys, right? And what do you do? The sun's out, and I put on a hoodie afterwards, and I sit there in the sun. It's beautiful. You know, it's if you Chung, it's not a rash guard because I know you're in Texas. Rash guards don't keep me warm because they're too thin. It's a neoprene swim vest. Uh, I have one of those, and it's 3 millimeters of neoprene, and then I have a 3 millimeter swim. It's a jacket. It zips up. I swam yesterday, and with the vest, so yeah, my core was 6 millimeters, but my arms and stuff was 3 millimeters. I have short swim shorts. I have a shorty, and I even have a dry suit. No, it's a wetsuit, long, long. I haven't used it yet because I'm scared of getting in it. Once you can get in, but you might not ever be able to get out. But so you know what you do, Chung, is you go on to Amazon where everything comes from now, and look at a neoprene uh, swim jacket because there is many of us that have a thermal regulatory disorder. That means we don't know when we're too hot or we're too cold until it's too late and we can't warm up. And I can actually swim in 80-degree water without a jacket, and if it's cool outside and suffer from hypothermia. I start shivering and I start getting cold to the core. I don't know why. And people say, well, you're moving, right? I'm not warming up. So it doesn't matter unless it's 88, unless it's really warm, the water, 88, and I'm doing that, I will get cold. I just because my body is going to try to heat up the pool to a reasonable temperature. So, so just because you're afraid of the cold, you're afraid of the warm. I do not. Yes, I do 3 millimeters. There's 2 millimeters. There's 1 millimeter, and I do have a 1.5 millimeter. I do have that, and that I use sometimes in the summer. I always bring out. It depends. I bring them all three out to the pool. And depending on the temperature of the pool, I decide. I mean, for me to wear two two jackets yesterday, and well, one jacket in a bath yesterday tells you that the pool is never that cold. Never, never that cold. The pool, the coldest they normally keep the pool is at 82 degrees. So it being really cold, and I am so impressed. I sat there with the sun, looking at people swimming without neoprene. It just it is wonderful. Well, yeah. So I know, Diana, you live in Arizona. I'm looking at Diana. Yeah, you live in Arizona, and I used to live in Lake Havasu, and I'll tell you what. Yeah, you're getting into the point of the year that it's starting to get nice in Arizona because before you have to have inside. You got to get away from that sun. You got to get away from it. But yeah, it depends, Chung. How cold do you get? How cold do you get? And in Texas, I just. But remember, if you get it on Amazon, you can return it to Amazon if it doesn't work for you. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, and the problem with being in cold water without neoprene for those of us with the MS is that we get if we're spastic, it promotes spasticity. Or yeah, but Chung? What is your pool temperature? I know 88 is that is actually too. That goes the other way, right? The 88 is nice if you're sitting in the shade, right? If you're sitting in the shade and it's not humid, it's not humid. Um, if it's dry, 88 is nice. But if it's wet, damp, 85, 84, I don't know. And we all have our different thresholds. All right, your pool is 84, and that's nice. That's nice because it is that 84 is nice because I can swim in 84 and not get spastic. 84 is perfect for me. Perfect. But Dennis, all right, Dennis is saying that he needs to go. But you know what, Dennis? We're talking, they're talking about how they can do the physical therapy. Chung can tell you, all right? Chung is using the pool, and walking is a challenge for Chung. Chung, you know what? Inspire. Say something nice to inspire Dennis. Remember, Dennis, I can't use my legs because they get spastic and the left one locks out. Right? I can only do. In fact, that's what they tease me. I am a shark. I swim like a shark. If I'm not doing freestyle, I'm sinking. If I'm not, so I gotta keep swimming, right? If I'm not doing that. And when I got the mermaid outfit, I put it on, I pulled it off with the idea that I don't use my legs anyway. Yesterday they said, the problem with that mermaid outfit is that you seem to think you're a mermaid when you are a shark. Yeah, forget it. You know what? And Diana, thank you for encouraging us with those words. She says if she didn't do her pool exercises, she wouldn't walk. So you know what? I, 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 but I know that you say keep swimming, but the neurologist was, I'm telling you what, Dennis, this is good for you to know. When I went and saw the neurologist, I brought my scooter, and he said, I'm going to talk to you because I refused to do the walking test. The walking test, they have you walk from point A to point B. And he said, give me a walker. I'll do it with a walker. I'm not going to do it unless I have a walker. And they got me the old kind of walker that doesn't have a rollator. And I said, I'm not going to do that. Not doing it. So he came in, the neurologist, and he said, Dulci, last time you were here, you walked with a walker. Now you're not walking with the walker? He says, I want to see you here with a walker. Uh, yeah, it's true. So, Dennis, I hate to say it. We got to use it or lose it. I don't hate to say it. I hate to say it because I hate to do it. But you know what? We have to do it. We have to do it. Yeah, never stop. And you're one that, yeah. All right. And Jung said, yeah. And Chung says, if Chung's wife motivates her, and motivates him. And I do not stop working out, never stop working out. You know what? And that's my husband. I'll sit there, I'll be exhausted on the weekend, and he'll say, "Go to the pool, go to the pool." But you know what I have to do, Diana? I, you know what? I'm gonna do it today. I am going to go over because I have with this COVID thing, you have to schedule when you're going to swim. So I've got a 3 o'clock appointment and a 4 o'clock. So I need, the problem is I got friends who we talk outside the pool. Hold on, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. So I'm going to do legs today. I'll let you know on Tuesday if I lied or not because Susan, we have to do it. Not because we want to. Same thing, Dennis. Not because we want to. We don't. We don't want to. I mean, who wants to move off of the couch? Who wants to do it? We come together in this MS Live. We come together to hopefully to hear something that'll change our lives, that will motivate us, that will do something. You know what, Dennis? Please do me a favor. Do me a favor. Do us all a favor, right? If you, 2 miles, if you join that, hi Dee, if you join and you go to the pool and you either swim, try, and remember 10 years ago when I learned how to swim, I didn't swim 40 laps back or lengths, 20 round trips. I didn't do that. It's just one. It's just go to the end and just try it. Just try it. Just try it. And report back what you did. So try doing that and try to move your body in ways that you just don't like doing anymore because it's not fun, right? 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 Movement. It's true. And Chung, I've always been like that. It's like the army. Uh I've always been driven to do something. I'm a hyper person. But let me tell you something. The longer you have had MS, the older you get in general. And ever notice that gyms aren't filled with really old people? You know why? Because they don't want to do it. It's harder to do things the older you get. It's harder to be disciplined. The time goes by like this, you know. It's what's the point? What's the point? What is the point? When if we're living in the moment and we're making the most of the moment, then we can be happy in any situation. Good morning, Nikki. Um, so you think about it. Paul talked about he was in the prison when he talked about I can be uh, content and even happy in every situation. Uh, it's I can do all things to Christ who gives me strength, and you get that is a two-edged sword, right? You could sit there and say, when my husband walks by and says, you should go to the pool. So, you know what? I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Hi, Sunita. Uh, I can do all things, but there's a saying: do something, do something, even if it's wrong. You're sitting on the couch and you're just trying to be grateful for everything. Why not? Why not just go down, Dennis? I'm specifically talking to you. Just go down. In fact, going down to the pool, getting out is not hard. Uh, Getting in the pool because I find Diana, you no doubt find this too, right? I'm like a puppy. You put a puppy in water and you start doing the doggy paddle, right? You put me in water and I start, but it just so I can be exhausted. I can have no energy. I am using my walker not because I want to, but because the neurologist shamed me and said, you're gonna lose the ability to walk if you don't get on your feet. But all right, I know. So I go down the gym, get the walker out, walk to, it may take me a little longer, walk to the locker room, just do it. Just do it. But discipline, I have to do what you're doing, Diana. I have to rehab. There's rehab exercises I can do, you know. But you know what, Diana? It's true. It's true. Um, it is true. I've had MS so long. Uh, and I'm so demyelinated. Uh, all right, Nikki. All right, you're asking a food question. Hi, Jane. All right, what is your food question? Uh, uh, and you know what? I like to carry around nuts, crackers, and cheese. I like to carry around a banana. I like to carry because I like to graze. You know what? I carry it. And I'll tell you, Nick, I was at the pool the other day, and there was a woman, an older woman, and she was faint. She was so faint. And she says, I don't know what's wrong with me. So I pull out my food and my emergency, and I started handing her. Uh, I had a couple hard candies. Uh, I had a peanut butter crackers. I gave her peanut butter crackers, a hard candy. I gave her a couple figs, and she sat there, and she got color back in her face. All of a sudden, she's looking at me. She says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." Don't thank me. Are you kidding? All you had to do is come out of the pool and out of the jacuzzi. She was in the jacuzzi, which lowered her blood pressure. Was all. So she got out there and she was so dizzy and she sat down and you know what? It is. She looked at me and she said, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know I was so hypoglycemic." I said, if you don't have a bag of food, everybody needs a bag of food, and you've got to grace. Remember, we did uh, um, your basal metabolic rate. We did that. We did that. Your screen is blacked out. I don't know why. Uh, I don't know. So Nikki, just if you, and this is what I'd say. This is get a bag, right? Get a bag. All right, get a bag. All right, and fill it with food you can graze. Remember, the average woman, and I will say, the average woman should eat uh, and on average 1,500 calories, and that's because we're moving, there's, and drink lots and lots of water, so you bring your water with you. Bring a diaper too. All right. All right. Dennis is in Iowa. Dennis is in Iowa. So and your neighborhood swims every day. You know what? So you should. Don't, and you know what? Don't be embarrassed, right? Because your disability is not your fault. It's not my fault. In fact, I gotta tell you something. I go to the pool and everybody who is there, everybody is my lifeguard. Um, everybody. How can I help you? Can I get you? And what do I do? What do I do? I take out some things and I put it into another bag. I've got my food bag. I've got my reading bag. I'm a bag lady when I go to the pool. All right. So and they laugh. They laugh at me. So have lots of just have lots of food with you. And if you have, I like to have things that are 200 calories or less. And I think of everything I eat that's 200 calories. I think about 100 calories an hour. If you eat 100 calories an hour. So, and that's to maintain your blood sugar. Nikki, you know what? When we have MS, we can't play with our blood sugar anymore. We have to eat like we're diabetics. We have to, because we can't afford the ups and downs with the surge of insulin and we have to, We have to do that. Now, Chung says an Apple Watch will tell you, and I would love to be able to afford an Apple Watch because, it will it'll calculate how many laps you do, your calories, how many steps you take. That's on my wish list. Someday I'm gonna get an Apple Watch. I, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Really? Medicare will provide an Apple Watch? Really? Really? All right. So you're telling me that Medicare, Michael says some of the Medicare. Let us know. And you know what, Diana, the advantage of going to a swimming pool and allowing everybody to help you is the advantage of that is that it just makes them it allows them to be a blessing. It allows them to be part of the solution. It allows them to feel good about themselves, and it just it's a good thing. I'm telling you, that's why I say if you're gonna fall in public, because if you fall in public, people. In fact, there was a time I came out of a you know what? All right, when I came out of a shopping store and my walker that had all the bags on it got away from me, and I ended up falling, and the groceries were all over, and everybody started running to help me, and a woman picked me up and she let me go. She picked me up, put me on my feet, and let me go, and I started falling again. Right? So she grabbed me before I fell again, and put her arm around me, and she held me up, and I'm laughing. Meanwhile, everybody's picking up my groceries, and I had to laugh. I was like, "Hey, you really can't let me go unless I'm holding on to my walker because I'm dizzy." So yeah, the VA, you know what, and maybe I'll ask the American Legion. Remembers the American Legion? Uh, um, my husband, a long story. My first husband was in Desert Storm. There was I was a thankless Air Force wife. I had that job, even though I didn't serve. I was very active in the military as a spouse. But and then my second husband, he was in the military during the Cold War, but it wasn't in actual. You can't join the VFW because it was actually peacetime between Vietnam and Desert Storm. Uh, it was in the late 70s through the late 80s. Even though we were all afraid we were going to get nuked, there was going to be World War III. With, so he was in that. So and my father, I was an Army brat, then an Air Force wife, then, but so I joined anyway. You know what? Uh, Nikki, you're dead when you get home and after exercising and you have to ask yourself if you're dead when you get home after exercising. For me, it's best to do it at like 3 o'clock so I can put dinner on, just uh, yeah, it just I don't know. Get advice. It's Beth. Hi, Alfred. Hi, Alfred. I know it's 11:57. Uh, all right, for all your Medicare, you can. All right, Chung, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna find out about Medicare covering a dinner, all right, covering a Apple Watch. Also, dinner, fall detection. All right, that's good. All right, dinner. We have to get good with crock pots and fill it in the morning and then go off and exercise. We have to embrace the old fashioned crock pot. All right, so what I want y'all to do is join the pool. All right, Dennis, I'm talking to you. All right, and I want you to tell me about what you did on Tuesday. All right, it's all weekend. All right, all weekend. How you worked out. Let's do something, even if it's from what day is it today? Today's Thursday, right? No, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yeah, I did this last week. All right, it's Tuesday, right? Tuesday. All right, so we're gonna exercise today and get back and share what we did on Thursday. Whether it's the pool, whether do something even if it's wrong. I'm going to call and find out about an Apple Watch. Find out if I would love that. I would love that. Um, I would love that because it would count for me. It would be. I don't know, but you know what? Yeah, to programming in my falls, they wouldn't like that because I fall probably 3 times more when I'm in the scooter, when I rely on the scooter. If I'm using the walker, I'm getting better, my bit dizziness. So, anyway, I love you all. Please subscribe to, let's see, to the channel, which you all are, right? Um, Follow me if you want to be part of this and inspire others. Um, Go to msfrontiers.org. And Dennis, on Thursday, I want you to report about uh, what you did at the pool. Nikki, you're going to have a bag of food, right? We're all going to have a bag of food. This woman that I said, thank you so much. I said, you know what? Oh, anybody who is hypoglycemic, that looks hypoglycemic, yeah, all you have to do is call around the pool and say, anybody got food? So and so's hypoglycemic. It's not that I'm a angel. Uh, uh, then, all right. So I will see you guys next on Thursday. All right. I love you all, and we will talk soon. Oh, I'm supposed to pray us out. Lord, Heavenly Father, I just thank you for everybody who participated today. Just inspire us to swim, to open up new doors for our abilities when certain doors are closed. So we will do something or help inspire us, help us, help to motivate us through each other, through you, and allow us all to be instruments of thy peace. Um, in Jesus' name I give thanks. Amen. Bye, guys.